Hello, I'm Universal Monster, and welcome to a thing I like to call Monster Record, where where this video is basically just a record of like how I am in my life right now or some shit. But it's named that way just because I like Magia record, so fuck it. But yeah, it's been a while since I recorded a video. I want this video to be just me sitting with myself and I guess just talking aloud, sharing whatever with myself, and maybe I'll get to know myself a little bit better. It's really all the explanation that I need. But yeah, so so far today, like an hour ago maybe, I don't know, I've I was feeling kind of like shit, mostly just anger and frustration towards the world and shit, but like I don't know what to do. I need to do dishes, hand wash a couple dishes, so a couple pans and some silverware. I didn't want to because I was just feeling like shit, and so I wanted something to make me feel better. Something that was fun and shit, but washing the dishes aren't fun, but they did indeed help me feel better. So I had I kind of like rolled the dice and shit, and came up one, so I should do dishes. So I was just like, fuck it, and I told myself that I'm helping myself because I'd have more options for like fucking silverware and things for cooking and eating. Fucking, I only have one ice cream scooper, so I can get I can get a bowl of ice cream again now as an option for food. Apparently I'm supposed to eat now, but I'm not exactly hungry. I'll most likely be hungry after doing this because if I pay attention, it's not even 5 minutes. I'm hoping the plan is to go for an hour. But yeah, so I cleaned those dishes. Well, I washed them. Still need fucking dry. And I took care of another mess. So, and it was actually a lot easier to clean than I thought it would be. Cause it looked like it was a sticky mess, but for some reason it wasn't sticky. So I'm like, fucking okay. It's a nice surprise, but yeah. So I feel better getting those things out of the way. I'm not enjoying myself I'm not feeling like happy or enjoyment, but that's kind of okay because I probably wouldn't feel much happiness or enjoyment while I'm worrying about those things getting done anyway. So again, I don't really know what to do with myself, like usual. But I watched this one interesting video where Healthy Gamer GG, I think that's his username, and was talking with some other person about like some kind of drive thing, how it differs from ego, and like not letting ourselves be controlled by our logic and emotions or our ego. But I have a pretty bad ego, I'd say, especially when it gets triggered. It's hard to just not get caught up into that and the feelings and stuff. And I'm also kind of having a hard time conceptualizing the self, basically, which is supposed to be different from ego. Cause how am I supposed to listen to myself? Cause I'm like, how am I supposed to do that? Am I supposed to listen to how I'm feeling? How I'm feeling is emotions, right? Of course, there's like bodily signals and stuff too. Like hunger is a need. It's not an emotion, but it's something our body signals us when we need food. So I don't know. But apparently there's... Do I still have it open? I do. This is not the same thing. This is from a video about like finding your passion. And like what the hell is passion and shit. So, but like there are different elements, and it's more about it's more easier when you have things lined up. And so like I'm not going to describe it that well, but I don't know how to describe like a gist of it. But basically, like if any of these like finding your passion is supposed to be like some kind of like modifier that'll make life easier or some shit, because work won't feel like work and everything. But the thing is, like if you know you like writing, but the kind of like routine that works best for you, if you're not doing that, then the feeling of writing is going to suck. It's going to not be as great for you. And so like applying that to myself and shit, like it's kind of a lot to keep track of and shit. I guess environmental is a little bit easier like for me to think about, because I like not being distracted. I like being able to focus and immerse myself in a thing But I do also kind of want my environment to be social sometimes. Maybe. I don't know. Like social can be kind of distracting, but I feel like at least when it comes to like games or whatever that I make or drawings that I make or like stories or some shit, like if people I this is an assumption of mine, but if people talk to me about it and are interested in it, it keeps my interest in that thing alive and kicking. And so it's easier to stay on that train of like working on that shit. I guess. I assume that's how it works for me. I don't know. This isn't something I can exactly logic around, but logic and emotion are just a tool. It's supposed to help me in going all in on just one tool for every job is not a efficient or all that great idea. I also gotta like feel it out and experience shit. I don't know about routine though. I don't know about routine. It did like the different kinds of routines there are. It's also kind of hard for me to like trust myself because there are definitely like my brain will chase after dopamine. But there are things like with today, I tried to stay away from like dopamine at least a little bit so I could do dishes. And that made me feel a lot better than playing a video game or continuing to watch YouTube videos. I can watch YouTube videos now though, but like I'm not all that sure how I work, and it'd be helpful for me to find out, which means I'm going to have to spend time with myself instead of and being present with myself instead of being lost in some game or something. It's a little tricky, I feel. But I don't know. I felt nice before about talking about some video game experiences I've had and shit. But yeah, I don't know. When I'm just I don't know if I'm just going through the motions or I'm just going with the flow of things. Like One time I did like five fucking chores or whatever. In between like doing stuff for fun, but that's mostly because like I went over to Mother's, so like I did 3 things for her, and then on the way back I checked my mail, so it's 1 thing for me, and on the way there I took my trash out, so that's another thing for me. So I definitely don't like being rigid because with my routine, because I feel like that's I have to be able to adapt when life throws a wrench at me. The thing is, it can be hard to get back. It can be hard to like there's times where I've had busy fucking days, and instead of doing the healthy shit and getting back into my routine, I would just go into like a dopamine chasing thing for like long times without breaks, either playing games or some other like activity. Because I just feel like I need to like feel better or some shit. Need to like sit with something that actually but trying to chase the positive emotions usually end up feeling really weird. Like I recently watched yeah this guy his videos. I was watching one about like feeling dead inside or something, but like not feeling our negative feelings or whatever, and trying to just chase after the positive ones so we can stay feeling good. Kind of hurts us or something. I I haven't actually taken in much from that to be able to explain anything from it. I'm trying to like just figure out myself, I guess. And I have to sit with myself. There are things I like, but sometimes I just get too caught up in thinking about I need like I feel like I need something that will make me feel better. And if I don't feel like it's guaranteed that doing something will make me feel better, then I get kind of paralyzed. It's I don't know how much this relates, but just because I remembered it just now. When it comes to like recording shit, because I've been like playing games. I've been kind of doing shit. Cracking my knuckles right now. But I haven't really been trying to record those things. Or at least it haven't been in my mind. Like, and I'm kind of not sure why exactly, but I have a hunch. It's just a lot easier to just play the video games and not have to worry about recording something. It's kind of I want I don't know if I'm more immersed in those games if I'm recording or not. I don't know how me recording game like affects how I play it and stuff, because there's some times where it's just like I'm just getting lost in it for a while. And I don't know if that's exactly a good or bad thing. Like maybe I need to get lost in it. Just need to be away from fucking reality for a while. And then once it's over, I can be like, let's try and slowly get back in shit or something. It depends on like how I'm feeling and shit. I assume that it would make sense for things to be that way. I think I just doxed myself, but okay. So kind of wanted to I have an idea of like if I talk about this shit and what I like about it or whatever, then I'd get more of an idea into myself. But yeah, this isn't really happening. The 50-50 split on recording. So I don't really know what to do about like recording videos, but that's because I don't really know what to do with myself or what I'd want to do and shit. But sometimes I feel like I need to do this, and yeah, time limit isn't. It would make sense to put a fucking time limit on it, but I don't really follow through with that. I can make something, so I have idle stripping game idea type of thing. And let's see if I can open it up real fast, because there's no actual stripping in it. But I mean, I could just have it for 18 plus and just be like haters nudity or some shit. I don't know. This is not where I want to be. Where the fuck? desktop. Using Godot 3 for this project because alright, so basically this is just a concept type of thing. I just have like a UI design more or less. So you're like, if you know of the idle game Crush Crush, this is more or less in the same vein, where these are like the girls or people. This one lost the game, and so did I. And there are like tasks you gotta do and shit to or milestones or whatever the fuck, like requirements to get to the next stage with the person. And it's like an idle dating game, like an idle date sim. Crush Crush is, and these are supposed to be like tabs for different things. It's supposed to be, first one's supposed to be this page, and then the next one's supposed to be like, I don't know, mini games or some shit, some kind of like idle thing. There'd probably be one of these that'd be like settings or some shit. Maybe a store. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with this exactly, or even if I'm going to get far. But the reason why I'm doing Godot 3 is because shit. Scenes. Open this one. So let's. I'm hoping. Well, I have a text edit thing, so maybe in game. So I have it visible now. And so now, oh, no fucking way. No fucking way. I have to have the text label hidden so that you can actually write shit and like see how it shows up on the text thing. Well, you can kind of see it. I haven't figured out a way to make the background here transparent, because the only way I can fuck with the opacity of it is you know, the object opacity, so that if this thing is see-through, the text is see-through, and you can't see the text at all. I tried changing the color of the background and changing the alpha of that, but for some reason, if you have it at 0 opacity, then it's just gray. It's just gray no matter what color you fucking put it as. If you set the color opacity to 0, then it's just gray. It's just this fucking gray, I think. But yeah, I have it to where word wrap. Fuck shit. Fuck. Yeah. So it doesn't go off the side, it wraps around. That's what I have it do. So and of course it's probably best for you to keep to well, anyone, to keep 3 lines, because that's all the text box can have. I don't know how the like actual coding is going to go, but basically you can do that with these, and you can do that with the tasks, because I want people like make their own tasks or whatever, like hoping it'll be moddable. I don't think I'll be finishing this, but I haven't decided either way. It's just whether it happens or not. But one of the things, like this is part of this game where I'm trying to figure out how I actually want things to happen. And so I made text file about the stages for this character. And this is my OC. She's 20 years old. Made her. She's me, gender bent, and I made her when I was 20, so I just made her 20. Where the fuck am I going? The stage thing. So this is just me trying to figure out, like, the game's probably going to use text files to like read shit and tell the game what to do. And so the stage 1 for this character and task number 1 will be I assume task number, I'll say task nums, so that I know it's like the number of tasks, like 1 through 4, how many tasks they're going to have for that stage. And the only one I have is just make a task list, so that because one of the features that I want in this game idea of mine is that there will be some random tasks where the characters will choose a chore or something, like something on your task list, so that you can, like, when you do it in real life or some shit, you can mark it off. And that's kind of what these circles are for, where it's supposed to indicate whether, like, if there's a check mark in there, congratulations, you meet the requirement. Well, that requirement's done. But yeah, hopefully for those chore ones, you can like click on it and then there'll be a check mark. And then so me doing my chores and being responsible can be a part of the gameplay. So I can be like, oh, I want this character to I want to get with the next stage of this character, and in order to do that, I have to like wash dishes or something. And so I know it's not like an internal reward, but it's not really something people can rely on, but it can, I feel like it will at least put incentive into me doing other shit that would benefit me, but I don't do because I'm trying to chase after our shit. But give me a little bit more incentive to try and take care of myself. But again, it's not something to be used as a crutch. But yeah, I'm hoping, like, I also like kind of want it to be moddable where people can, like, I guess that's something about me where when it comes with the games that I'd want to make, I want them to be moddable because I think it would be so fucking cool that like if someone were to make mods for my game, like they're like if they like the game enough to where they want to contribute something to it that would like they can be creative and make something that will be in this game. Like that sounds fucking tight. And like if anyone actually wanted to be able to do that with one of my games and actually make content that like other people can put into the game and enjoy, like that sounds awesome. I guess I don't know, like I guess I could like get into modding stuff too. I think it's not good for the video because there's like too many thoughts going around my head. I want to have like a coherent idea of what I want to say and shit, but there's too many thoughts going around, so I don't even know what would be my ideal. But I think to kind of reflect on the modding thing though, like I think the kind of environment that I want to have is where I feel like I can creatively contribute to something and that my creative contributions matter somehow, or at least valued by other people. That might be a crutch, but feeling like the unique thing that I bring to the table is valued and contributes to other people, I feel like that would bring me lots of good feelings. And I want to ask myself the question of like, why not just mod some game that you already like, that I already like. And I don't know. I guess I do like the social aspect. I don't know. I don't want to say that I want to feel like I'm important, but the ego video thing said something where like getting fulfillment from the self or something it listed like traits of the ego and traits of the self or something, and just remembering those fours like self-determination, self-expression, effort, and importance. And one person's thing where he felt like it was correct was a kind of like ferret rescue type thing, which, you know, it's important. He's putting effort into it, and he said something about like it's something that he's like when it popped into his head or whatever clicked, he was like, this is something that we're going to do. So how are we going to do this on the logic side? How are we going to do this with the emotion side, and like use those tools to what can we do to make it happen? I don't know. I just said that, but how does that fucking relate? Well, the importance part, you know? I don't want to. If I put effort into something that doesn't feel like it's important or something, then it feels like wasted effort. But there's also the angle of self-expression. Maybe I feel like my self-expression isn't exactly important. At least not on its own. I don't know. How long? 45 minutes? Alright. I don't know how to not let logic and emotion get in the way. Like, those are supposed to be tools for me to use. However, the only thing I can think of is as long as those things aren't, like, in control of me, then it should be fine. Maybe. I guess it'd be fine enough, but, like, still. Perhaps I just don't know how to use those tools in such a way, but I also shouldn't be using those tools exclusively. I shouldn't use those tools to determine what I should do. I should just use those tools to do whatever I choose to do. Whatever it is I'm driven to do, I guess. But, yeah. Hold on. All right. 15 minutes, maybe. All right, so there's that thing where it's a thing, I guess. How do I feel about it? It's an idea. Right now, I don't really know where to go with it exactly, but I guess I'm going way too much in detail with my thoughts. How do I feel about it, though? I don't want to write it off, but parts of me wants to write it off to like protect myself, because most times I get into a project and having doubts and shit and hard times with the code or getting things to work, or just working on boring things just make things more streamlined or whatever, ends up discouraging me. I end up abandoning the project. And I want to say that kind of happened with the Lewid battle system. So I'm hoping. Well, there's. Oh, I don't have internet right now. Oops. Fuck me, I guess. No internet access. Wow. All right. Got 10 minutes. So, Lewid battle system. You can probably look it up on itch.io. Is just a game where there's no Lewid graphics, but there's Lewid text. Not safe for work text, because it's kind of like, it's just an RPG battle, but every time you run the game, like, it randomizes a bunch of shit. Attacks. Usually each character has like a normal damage attack and a Lewid damage attack. But each character also gets like a bunch of different fetishes. There's 4 different lists. Each list has 3 fetishes in it for giving turn on, receiving turn ons, giving turn-offs and receiving turn-offs. And so those turn-ons and turn-offs have to do with the gameplay. So turn-ons do more Lewid damage, and turn-offs basically do no Lewid damage, and they don't get hit by those moves. So it's kind of like consensual. So like if someone has a boobs turn off, then they won't be hit by boob attacks or attacks that target boobs. So, but I recently updated it. I haven't coded for a long time, but like I've done stuff like a long time ago, and I just never updated on the itch.io page because I just kind of didn't think it was worth doing that. But because I like the changes that I made, especially the second wind mechanic, which makes the fights a bit more interesting, a bit more unpredictable. I felt like it would be great to just update it so people can play that version of the game. But yeah. And I have video, so I can like make a video because I wasn't trying to make videos of shit. So like I just put it on there so that if I like roll for it, then I'd be like, okay, I'm going to make a video. What should I make a video of and shit? Which isn't what happened this time. I didn't roll for anything. I was just kind of watching this video where they where after each moon I would like do a couple chores or something. But after I did eye drops, I decided that I just wanted to sit with myself a little bit, and I thought making this like monster record video monster record would help me with that. Maybe I could try doing one of these once a week. Oh, by the way, today is Saturday, July 20th, 2024. All right. Then we have games, Arrow Dungeon I haven't played in a while, 7 Days to Die. Still, I have kind of a weird relationship with that one, but I feel like I wanted to do good with the game, but I also want to like play it casually. So it's so I basically wanted like the perfect base or whatever for Horde Nights. But really it doesn't matter all that much, cuz I can just, if I die, then it doesn't really, it just means my game stage goes down, so it's a little easier and I can pick myself back up basically. So it is kind of casual. But I guess just losing progress or shit in the game just kind of like, the idea freaked me out because I really didn't want to deal with that kind of shit. Omori, still slowly going through that game. It's kind of nice. I probably shouldn't be fighting every counter every time I go through an area. Because I'm just beating people up without even using the skills, and that's kind of boring. But it's a really cute and charming game so far. I haven't gotten to much dark stuff yet. I'm still looking for Basil. I just got the mixtape for Space Boyfriend and ran into Pluto, so Dark Souls. I could probably record some of that, but like I'm not opposed to playing Dark Souls, but I don't know. I'm like in general, it's just kind of like I go for an hour and my hands kind of hurt because they're not used to playing with a controller. It's like the only game I use a controller with on here. But I know that if I like record it, they're most likely, if anybody sees it, that's like into Dark Souls, they're going to be telling me everything I'm doing wrong, and then I'd just be like, because I'm not playing it like conventionally or optimally or any of that shit, and I'd just be all like, if people were telling me like I'm doing it wrong or I'm going to have a bad time, then my reply is, what, you don't think I can get good? No, I don't care. I'm going to get good. Or some like, I don't know how to frame it. All I know is that I want to use the get good remark in the reverse direction. And I feel like that would be fucking hilarious, because if people complains about the game being too hard, then people usually respond with get good. But if people are complaining that I'm not playing it optimally or whatever, and I'm going to have a harder time, I want to pull the fucking same thing. I want to be like, get good, but I don't know how to fucking phrase it. Like, how am I supposed to phrase it? Be like, hell well, afraid of me getting good or some shit like that. I totally want to do that. I think that would be hilarious. Pokemon Emerald Rogue. So I only have like a minute, but so Pokemon Emerald Rogue is pretty fun, and I believe I can play it casually, but I also like using some tools to figure out like good team composition, or figuring out what I have counters for, what types of Pokemon I'm going to struggle with and shit. But yeah, I kind of had a hard time trying to get the ROM patch or whatever working, which is just feels weird for me. It was just weird. Like, I have it on my phone, and it works good on my phone with the MyBoy app, but it just wouldn't work with Visual Boy Advance. And even when I manually put the patch on, instead of just copy pasting the file from my phone, for some reason the patch thing said it wasn't compatible with the ROM. The patch wasn't compatible with the ROM. Would you like to do it anyway, or some shit like that? But apparently, I did a little digging a couple days after that, because I was like, oh, well, it only shows the right screen. Maybe I can just, maybe I can, look up that to see if there's any, like, fixes for that white screen. And instead I got, like, a Discord link, so I went to Discord, and the Discord said something about, like, it was only compatible with certain emulators, so I got MGBA, and Pokemon Emerald Rogue works on here. So yeah, I can also do that, and it's actually pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Like, when I play Pokemon Emerald Rogue, I like going like a gym at a time. So I stop after like the Mighty Trainer fight. Then I rest, save the game, and fucking do our shit. So when it comes to routine, I don't know what I work best at. All I know is that it seems logical for me to like do something fun and then do a couple chores afterward to take care of myself. And like, that's the healthy thing for me to do. That, I don't know, maybe it works best for me, but sometimes my emotions get in the way. Because sometimes I feel like shit, and so I get like, convince myself to do more of this instead of like take care of the stuff that doesn't give me dopamine, I guess. But it's a little bit complicated. Still got some things to work out, I guess. So that'll do it for now, for time. So I don't know about next video or whatever, but I'll just see you guys later or something. Take care.